throughout this YouTube video,
we're going to be talking about fat people.
And the fat acceptance movement as well, because we all know that they're just a pile of crap who like to think obese people can be beautiful and fit and healthy, even though everybody with a brain cell knows that obesity is not healthy.
Obese people have about half a brain cell. That's not natural.
No, and plus, if you think about it, they are trying to get everyone to believe that fat people can be considered attractive and but if you think about it, when you look at a fat person, and not just like an overweight person, like a proper, like
a whale.
Yes, like a land whale. Like if you think about it, if you see like a person walking on the streets and they literally look like their skeleton is going to collapse under the sheer weight of their fat, what is your first opinion of them? You're not going to think, that person is so beautiful.
Yeah.
You don't. You think.
I say, oh, look at that fat shit stain. I would hate to be them. What the hell is going on in their head?
No, but if you think about it, your first opinion of a fat person, like an obese land whale, is they look really unhealthy.
Yeah.
But the fat acceptance movement is trying to make us believe that you can be obese and healthy. Like you can be fit and healthy whilst being obese. Which anybody with a brain cell can tell you that is not possible.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you may not have like health complications now,
yeah.
but you're really, really likely to get them. Like, for instance, heart disease. You can suffer from more.
You're most likely to get diseases.
You're more likely to get cancers. You're more likely to suffer from a stroke. You're most likely to have like for instance, a heart attack.
Yeah.
Or
how the hell can they walk with them stubby legs? That's my.
You're more likely to get like deep vein thrombosis, which is basically a build-up of like plaque and stuff in your lower legs.
People are starting to wear bikinis. Like, how can you fit in one of them? They probably get it custom made.
And if you have deep vein thrombosis, which a lot of like fat people do, because it's a problem when you have too much like cholesterol in your body and it builds up in your arteries and stuff, it can end up like the thrombose can end up breaking away and become an embolism, cause an embolism, like a pulmonary embolism, which can be fatal.
Yeah.
If you end up having too much fat on your body, your skeleton can't like handle the weight, so you end up getting joint problems,
back problems.
Yeah.
Just most likely, you start to hurt.
Like, it's not good for you. To be obese is basically you just saying you don't care about your body anymore, because if you're obese, you're basically just saying fuck you to your body, because that's like the.
And how the hell can they eat so much food and then just say, oh yeah, I'm beautiful. Have you seen them? You look at a person, like say now they were healthy, you'll say, oh, how did you get that healthy? And like, oh, you look good. But then you see a fat person and you're like, oh my, I would never want to be you. I don't even want to go near you.
Yeah.
It's gotten to that point.
Like, you want to avoid them because they're unattractive. They look like their bodies are crying out in desperation.
They just want to go on the treadmill, but the actual person doesn't care.
Also, the fat acceptance movement and the whole rise in obesity is causing a massive strain on our NHS.
Yeah.
Billions are spent each year trying to treat obesity and obesity-related symptoms.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, strokes, heart attacks, and joint problems, muscle problems.
Yeah.
And overall, like, have you ever heard, like, sat next to like an obese person and you've heard them like breathing they sound like they're struggling. They struggle to do the most basic human thing, which is to breathe.
Yeah. You get breathing problems. It starts crush your
You're more likely to get type 2 diabetes, and that can lead to a multitude of problems.
Yeah.
It can lead to amputations if it's not controlled properly, and most of them, they don't care.
Yeah.
Some do. I will give them that. Some people
try to lose their weight.
Yeah, and they
there's this one YouTuber. He was really big. Then he lost all of that weight in a couple of months.
Yeah. And if you think about it, I don't think we should.
Once you lose all your weight, you can just go get surgery and cut off all the loose parts.
Yeah, you can get liposuction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not very good because
anyway. Would you rather have hangy skin or have nice not hangy
tight skin?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you think about it, their life choice, because nobody can get to obesity.
Yeah.
Due to a thyroid problem.
Yeah.
You're literally yes, thyroid problems can be an issue for some people. So can certain types of diseases and stuff, disorders. For instance, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that sort of thing that can cause you to gain weight and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's that can be controlled. Those sorts of things can be controlled, especially thyroid problems can be controlled through medication and stuff, and healthy eating.
Yeah, but
the vast majority of obese people have eaten themselves to that weight.
You can control your weight. It's just so for some reason obesity people they just cannot control but eat.
Yeah, because a lot of them for instance,
I think they do it for what's that thing called? They just want people to
attention.
Yeah, attention. They're attention seekers, so they don't care. They just care about attention.
Yeah, and also with the fact that childhood obesity is becoming a really big problem.
Yeah.
I believe it's one in a third of children are obese and stuff, and it's about the overweight, and that's sad to know that children are being allowed to get to that sort of weight. If they've got medical problems, get them seen by their pediatricians and get them on a diet. A lot of people say in the Fatties acceptance movement, they say oh, dieting is child abuse and stuff. But I'm would you rather put your child on a diet and get them to a proper weight that's healthy?
Yeah.
Or would you rather see them suffer
and just become fatter every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather see them get healthy. I don't want a fat child.
Just imagine a little blob.
Yeah, a massive blob. A toddler just sitting on your couch.
I know, but it's sad to know that some parents see that their fat children are considered acceptable to have your child fat, but a lot of people say that they've always been big, but I'm why have you always been big? And lots of times it's due to parents overfeeding their children because
most fat babies, they become skinny when they grow
up. Yeah, because
up.
it's
skinny babies, they become fat. I don't know.
No, I don't know. But it's for instance, if you have a fat child, why is your child fat? And it's mostly due to parents
overfeeding them baby food and all that.
Parents just overfeeding their toddlers because toddlers need very few calories. They don't need, and a lot of people, parents and stuff, they dish up themselves big meals, and if they eat together, it's been actually proven by psychology that food psychologists that if you eat with a family at a table, you're less likely to overeat because you have like the interactions, like you don't have any distractions like a TV, a phone, or tablet and stuff. Like it's just you and your family sat down for a meal. But a lot of families these days, like they eat it like in the lounge and stuff, and they watch TV, and they're not.
Obese people, they mostly get like addicted to the food they eat because once you try a food, you just, oh yeah, that is amazing food.
And also, if the parents are overeating themselves, it's like a psychological thing, like where if you're in a group and there's like an overeater, the rest of the group are more likely to overeat as well.
Yeah.
And especially if like parents these days, like they like have this rule where like you can't leave the dinner table and stuff until you've cleaned your plate, and yet they're giving their children like monster-sized portions, and they're not controlling their child's portion sizes when they're dishing up. They're forcing their children to eat even though they're already full. Because they want them to just clean the plates.
I think they just don't want to waste food.
Yeah,
so they
and a lot of times,
eat it.
Like how many times have you heard like your parents say like
oh,
there's starving children in Africa, and
they make excuses. So
they try and
guilty.
They try and guilt trip the child into like finishing the food because they're like, oh, there's starving children in Africa.
And they say, say now a kid doesn't like peas or whatever. The parents they start saying, oh well, not a lot of people have this sort of food, so could you please eat it? But then they start to get really annoyed at you, and they get pissed because you're not eating your food.
Or like they do with the whole carrots thing, like, oh, it makes your eyesight better.
Like
they try and like trick the children into eating things.
Yeah, and
that they don't really want to eat.
Yeah, like
and
their choice.
A lot of children's stuff, like their parents like let them indulge on like chocolates and like crisps and biscuits and things high in calories and fats that are not good for the children. And it's like that's why children are getting fat, is because their parents are
overfeeding them.
Yeah, and they're making unhealthy options more available, and they're making healthier options less available.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is for every parent, because I know there's parents out there that actually feed their children healthy things.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of parents that feed their children what they eat. And if they're busy snacking on crisps and biscuits and fizzy drinks and everything, and they're making that available to their children, their children are more likely to eat those things, gain weight because they're eating more than what they should be eating, and they're eating high calorific foods, like for instance chocolate bars and like fast food. Like, there's a rise in fast food places all over the place, and parents like treat their children. In fact, some over treat their children with like chocolate bars and sweets and crisps and fizzy drinks and fast food all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what's leading to the childhood obesity.
Yeah.
And it's also leading to adult obesity. And
it mostly just starts with who's your parent.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a healthy, fit parent who doesn't want to become fat and actually goes to the gym, they would probably feed you what they feed themselves, like how they become healthy and all that.
And also, it's also got to do with supermarkets. Like, they're designed to make you purchase certain things.
Yeah.
Like, for instance,
when you go chocolate bar.
Like when you're at the till, there's a little mini fridge of fizzy drinks. There's chocolate bars and sweets and stuff at the tills.
And they take the price down a bit, so it makes you buy it.
They make for instance crisps and chocolates and things like fizzy drinks, buy one get one free, or 3 for the price of 1 and stuff like that. And it makes people want to get them because they see that, oh, it's a deal, I can save money if I get these things. But they don't think about it fully.
They just
see a deal and then they go, oh well, I'll have that.
Yeah, they just chuck it on the till and just say, oh, could I have that, please?
Also, with like the healthy options, like the whole low fat options, they're only about 11% less fat than a full fat thing. Like for instance, like with creams and cheeses and things like that. What?
We've gone up to 15 minutes.
Oh wow. But yeah, with like the low fat options, especially with dairy, it's only about like 11% less fats in the low fats than in the full fats. Right. And so people think that, oh, it's low fat, I can have more of it. And a lot of times people overestimate they underestimate how many calories are actually in the foods they eat.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people, like, they have a salad. Salads are healthy. Salads are low calories and stuff, so you can eat quite a lot of salads.
On the ads.
But then people add, like, mayonnaise and dressings and like, condiments to their salads, and that makes it highly calorific.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who snack on, like, seeds and nuts, especially sunflower seeds, and they have a lot of like fats in them, like oils.
Yeah.
And people end up thinking, oh, it's a healthy option to eat like seeds and nuts, but in actuality, they're eating a lot of calories because they see that, oh, it's a healthy option, therefore I can eat more of it.
There's a good side of calories for bodybuilders.
I know,
because bodybuilders want to have a lot of calories.
I know, but they're also working out a lot.
So
that's why bodybuilders need a high calorie intake every day.
Yeah.
Because they're working out a lot, so they're using up a lot of like energy in their body that comes from food. So it makes sense for them to have a high calorie diet, but like the average adult woman needs only 2,000 calories every day, and the average man only needs 2,500 calories every day.
Yeah.
But a lot of people
think the calories.
No, they overeat because especially with like today's like healthy fitness sort of like fads, it promotes healthy eating, but then people overestimate just how much they can actually eat of those healthy foods.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is contributing to like overweight problems in the UK and like obesity problems, is the fact that people are not looking at their food their calorie intake of the foods they eat.
Yeah.
And even if you're eating like drinking like diet sodas and like Diet Coke and Coke Zero and stuff, it's still like, yes, it doesn't have calories in it, but it's still not good for you. The only way to like do like a healthy soda option is to not drink it at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's still bad for your teeth, it's still bad for your health. Like, yes, in moderation it can be okay, but it's like you still got a lot of other things in the drinks.
We're gonna stop at like 20 minutes, yeah?
No, I want to keep going because I'm having fun.
It's gonna take forever to upload.
Oh well.
I'm not waiting for all that.
But anyway.
Right, 22 minutes, yeah?
Fine.
Right.
But if you like, with a lot of the fat acceptance movement, they're like, oh, you can be healthy at any size, but they're really only talking about obese people. Then they're not going to say, oh, an anorexic person, like a bulimic person, is healthy.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to look at a person who's all skin and bones and say, oh, that's healthy.
That is not healthy.
It's like a double standard. They say that, oh, anorexia and like bulimia and like all those eating disorders that make you really underweight. They say, oh, that's not beautiful. That can't be beautiful. and they say, and they try and like shut down people who are at a healthy weight from criticizing them, because they're like, oh, this movement's not for you, but yet they're saying it's an all-inclusive sort of like community.
You see,
but it's
skinny
not.
people. Some skinny people are like born skinny, so it's really hard for them to put on weight.
There's everybody suffers with weight problems.
Yeah.
But it's not hard to lose weight as long as you have a good, strong mentality that you want to lose weight, and you have a good diet, you have a fitness plan, and you stick to it. It's quite easy to shed weight.
Yeah.
But within the like obese people and stuff, quite a lot of like obese and fat people in the fat acceptance movement, they're being trained to think that, oh, their bodies are healthy, their bodies are fit, their bodies are beautiful, their bodies are attractive, and yet they complain that men don't want to go near them.
Yeah.
But why would men want to go near them if they're literally land whales?
Yeah, that's the thing. No one wants to go near a fat person who's like really obese. Like, why would you want to go near them? Why would you want to be friends with them? Why would you want to be like in a relationship with them?
It's biologically ingrained in men and in women to find a healthy looking partner, because we're on this planet to procreate. That's what we're designed to do. And we're biologically designed to search and scour the earth for the best mates.
Yeah.
It's seen all in the animal kingdom. Like, you're not wanting like a fat, overweight, unhealthy like mate. No, because that's not healthy. That's not good for procreation.
Yeah.
And that's what they fail to realise, the fact that the reason why men don't want to go near them is because it's been biologically ingrained in us to not search out that sort of stuff.
It's 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't care anymore.
No, it's going to take forever to upload.
Fine, we'll stop at 25. No. Stop at a good number.
Oh.
It's a multiple of 5, and therefore it's a good number.
Oh, okay.
22 is a horrible number.
25 then.
Fine, 25.
Right.
It's a multiple of 5. It's a good number. But yeah, it's in our biology to search for a healthy, fit mate.
Yeah.
Because for procreation purposes.
So like you can continue.
And obesity is not good for procreation purposes, because it's difficult for them to carry a child. It's difficult for them to conceive. It's difficult for them to carry to term. And it's not good on the child.
It's really gonna damage the child.
Yeah.
Because they're eating so much, that's all gonna go to that child.
Yeah, and it's putting,
a lot of it.
If they've got so much fat around their stomach and their organs and stuff, it can lead to birth complications, especially for the mother. And it's not good, and especially if a child is looking at their obese parents. It's not just women, it's also men as well. Like, parents should set like a standard for their children, like.
Yeah.
And if their child is learning, like, is growing up and seeing that their parents are obese, they're going to start thinking that is acceptable when it's not.
Yeah.
And society has always deemed fat people as unacceptable because it's always been seen as an unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
And it's only ever been like acceptable, sort of, in like for when there's like a famine sort of thing, because it showed that the men had wealth and they had enough to feed themselves to be fat. It meant that to women that they had enough resources to be able to be that weight. But now it's not needed and it's not accepted because it's horrible.
To be honest, I just would never want to be fat.
No, nobody wants to be fat, but some people do. Some people have become feeders and
they do it for attention.
They have a feeding fetish when they want to get bigger, and like that's disgusting. Like that is absolutely vile to want to feed a person till the point where they can't move.
Mukbangs have gone so far. It's mostly obese people in mukbangs.
I know, and it's horrible. You just see them gorging on fast food, and it makes you want to be sick.
Right, it's 25 minutes.
Fine.
Right.
We can continue this argument in another video.
No, because another video will be on a new topic.
No, because I'm having fun. I'm having fun talking about obese people.
Right, that's it, okay?
Right.
Corona Gang.
Corona Gang,
right,
yeah. That's what we're naming you, Corona Gang. If we ever get any subscribers or watchers, you're going to be our Corona Gang because we started this during the coronavirus.
Right, see ya, Corona Gang.
See ya.